For most of us, salary simply means money, the monthly payment that lands in our account for the work we do. But the word salary was never about money at its origin. It was actually about salt. Hello and welcome to another episode of Stories Behind the Words. To understand how this happened, you have to go back to ancient Rome, where keeping food alive through the winter was a matter of survival and not convenience. This was an age before refrigerators, so salt was the only thing that preserved food from rotting. It preserved meat, cured fish, sustained armies on long campaigns. So without it, you didn't just eat poorly, you didn't eat at all. This made salt one of the most strategically valuable substances the ancient world had ever known. The Romans even called it white gold, and they built an entire road, the Via Salaria, or the Salt Road, dedicated solely to moving salt from the coastal pans into the heart of the city. The soldiers who traveled these roads were paid something called a salarium, an allowance tied directly to salt. Now, whether they received salt itself or money specifically meant to purchase it remains a matter of historical debate. But what isn't debated is the word itself. Salarium is derived from sal, which is Latin for salt. From there, the word moved the way language always does, across centuries and borders. So salarium became salaire in Old French. And when the Normans conquered England in the year 1066, they brought with them a wave of Latin-rooted French that permanently reshaped the English language. So by the 14th century, salaire had settled into English as salary, entirely disconnected from its origins, now meaning nothing more than fixed payment for work. You know what I find remarkable is that the connection to salt never fully disappeared. We still say worth your salt to describe someone who earns praise or is respected in their field of work. And most people assume it's a figure of speech or an idiom. Well, it isn't. It's a direct inheritance from salarium, from a time when being worth your payment meant being worth the salt it was made of. Language has a long memory and sometimes buried under the most ordinary words. Words we say without thinking, words about spreadsheets and bank transfers and office jobs, is the echo of an entirely different world. One where your monthly compensation wasn't simply a number. It was the thing that fueled armies, sustained empires, and carried people through some very unforgiving winters. If you enjoyed this one, I share more such trivia every week, so hit the follow button and I'll see you on the next one.